click on Material, then select New, and then select on Texture. Make sure we're under the Material tab. Click New, change this to Image or Movie. Under Image, select Open. Then I'm going to navigate to where I have my logo located, and it's just this PNG image here. Down here we can change this from solid to texture, or we can just tap Alt-Z. And you'll see, even though this is a transparent PNG image, the background looks white, which is no good. So what we want to do here on the Texture tab is click Influence, select Alpha, and then click back on the Material tab. And then we want to select Transparency On, change this to, well, Z Transparency or Ray Trace is fine. I'm going to use Ray Trace, and then take this Alpha down all the way to 0 here, and now you're able to display your PNG images. So you could use this for leaves or grass or fences or anything like that in like a low poly setting if you're making a low poly animation or something for a video game. Now this turned out looking okay on here, but I would want to position this logo just a little bit, and you probably would want to be able to position more specifically anything you're working on. So to do that, we just use UV mapping. And what we want to do under the Texture tab here, close up this Influence tab, is under Mapping, change coordinates from generated to UV. And you'll see when we do that, it disappears because we don't actually have a UV map yet. What we can do is split this screen here, change the editor type, or actually the space type as Blender refers to it, to UV Image Editor. And then we can come over here and hit Tab to go into edit mode of our plane, and hit T to bring up our tools, and make sure you're under the Shading/UVs tab, select Unwrap, and just unwrap like this. And now we see the image back on there because we've created a UV map. So here in the UV Image Editor, we can select the image we loaded a minute ago, and now we can move this map around by tapping A to select all, and we can tap G to move. As you can see, I move the UV map here, it moves over here where the image is placed. So I'll hit T to dismiss my tools there, and I'll just hit G to grab this up, and S to scale it out, which we can do any type of rotating, scaling, or transforming. I'm actually going to tap S to scale this, and then click my middle mouse to constrain it along the x-axis here so I can scale this horizontally so none of the logos coming out on the side, and that looks pretty decent. Close that back up there and hit tab to go back into object mode, and we're done.